And the video starts now! Hi guys, it's Nick from Kicking Goals, and in this video today I'm going to review my round 21 footy tips and I'm going to do my round 22 footy tips. So let's get underway. So first of all I'm going to review my round 21 footy tips, and again I've got 5 out of 9, so another average week from me. And I'm coming second now in the footy tips because Shildon has taken the lead now by surprise. And the most tips that someone got for the week, we've got 5 people that got 7 each, surprisingly. And their names are Shildon, Luke Mack 0705, Graz, Jason Collectibles and Angus Kickman. So well done to those guys who got 7 each this week. So now I'm going to do my round 22 footy tips. So the first match is between Sydney and Collingwood on the Friday night at the SCG. Sydney, well, I'm glad I didn't tip them because they got destroyed by Port Adelaide by a whopping 112 points. Can you believe that? The top team on the ladder gets destroyed by 112 points. I mean, seriously? Sydney have lost it, you know? I don't think they'll be finishing on top now, by the way they're going, but who knows? With Collingwood, well, they hold on to win by 3 points against Carlton, and they almost lost it after the siren when Mitch McGovern took that mark, when Mitch McGovern kicked it out on the full, and Scott Pendlebury got the win in his 400th game. He's been a legend of the game, don't get me wrong. I mean, he doesn't play for Carlton, but he's one of the best players I've ever seen play. He's my favourite Collingwood player, so congrats to him on a great career, and he's playing on next year as well, as I said in my last tipping video. So 400 games done for Pendlebury, and yeah, he played really well last round, and he's still playing really well to this date. But I have a feeling though, Sydney might bounce back, but only just. I'm going to tip them to win by 10 points. I'm going to give Sydney a go this week. Now the second match is between Brisbane and GWS. Both teams are winners this weekend. Brisbane had an easy win over St Kilda at Marvel Stadium on the Sunday twilight. Lockie Neal is doing what Lockie Neal does. He got like 34 disposals, something like that. Danaher kicked 4 goals. He was influential in the forward line. He could have kicked 5 or 6 goals, maybe 7 if he was kicking more accurately, but it didn't matter in the end because they still won by over 80 points. The Lions. I thought Zach Bailey was good, especially in the last quarter. He kicked 3 goals in the last quarter. Brisbane, after having a really horrible start to the year, they've really come a long way this year and maybe better chance to winning the premiership. They're the team to beat at the moment, I reckon. The Lions, they're the real deal. I reckon they'll make amends from last year. I just don't think any other team will stop them at this rate, unless if any of their players get injured. That might stop them, but they do have a few injuries, but they just proved us all wrong. So, yeah. And with GWS, well, they had a 2-point win over Hawthorn today. Tom Green kicked the match winner. Brent Daniels was good. He kicked 3 goals. Jesse Hogan was brilliant. He kicked 5. And GWS, they're going to be a hard team to beat come to finals as well. They'll be looking to make a top 4 finish to the season as well. So, two really good teams playing each other here, but I'm going to go Lions here. They're in better form. They're second or liner, and I'm going to tip them to win by 3 points. Now, the third game is between North Melbourne and West Coast. North Melbourne had a great win against Richmond on the weekend. Well, it was the two bottom teams, but North Melbourne wanted it more, and Nick Larkey was good, getting back to his best. He kicked 5 goals. Harry Sheezel, he didn't play that great, but North Melbourne still managed to get up without him having a big impact. West Coast, they also had a great win as well. They beat the Gold Coast Suns with Cripps. Jamie Cripps kicked that banana winning goal from the pocket. I mean, I watched that last 5 minutes of the game, and it was a good game to watch in the end. So I reckon North Melbourne will go back-to-back wins for the first time this year, and the first time since round 1, round 2 last year. And I reckon North Melbourne will win by 26 points since it's at their home ground and it's a home game for them, and I just reckon they've got a brighter future than West Coast. So the fourth match is between Fremantle and Geelong. Fremantle had a disappointing loss against Essendon by a point when Sam Durham kicked the winning point in the last 30 seconds. Essendon came from nowhere in the last quarter to win the game. I don't know how, but Fremantle would have been shitting themselves after that. And Geelong, well, they only just got over the line against the Crows. Jeremy Cameron got back to his best. He kicked 6 goals. Tom Stewart was good as well. He had like 28 disposals. He's been playing in the midfield though. He hasn't been playing in the back line as much. They're trying to change his positions around. It's been working well for him though. Sam DeConey got injured. Hopefully he'll be okay. We'll see how that turns out. But I reckon Fremantle will get over the line this weekend. Since it's at home, I'm going to tip them in a close match by 5 points. Now the next match is between Essendon and Gold Coast. Essendon had a 1 point upset win over the Dockers. Sam Durham kicked that winning point, so he was the hero for Essendon once again. This time he kicked it behind, but that's all it needed for Essendon, because Sam Draper took the winning mark with 15 seconds to go, about 60 metres out. Then they just won it pretty much in the end. And Gold Coast, well, losing away for them continues because they lost by 10 points against West Coast. So I'm going to tip Essendon here, but I'm going to tip them to win by a point. Back-to-back games for Essendon to win by a point 2 weeks in a row, I reckon. So the sixth game is between Melbourne and Port Adelaide. Melbourne had a horrible loss to the Western Bulldogs. I think their season's over because we all know that Petrarca's out for the year with rib injuries. Max Gorn, well, he hasn't been playing that great. Melbourne, they're just not the same team as they were in 2021 after that premiership. And with Port Adelaide, well, they're in some sort of form at the moment. They smashed the Swans by a whopping 112 points. They had a great win against them. Georgiades was brilliant again with 4 goals. Rioli was good. He kicked 4 as well. Charlie Dixon, he played well as well. Ollie Wines played well. I could name a few Port Adelaide players that played really great on that night. So Port Adelaide, I reckon they'll win once again, and this time I'm going to tip them to win by 29 points. So the 7th match is between Carlton and Hawthorn. I was going to go to this game, but I think I left it too late. So if I don't go to the game, well, that's all right. I mean, I was considering going to this game, but flying down to Melbourne for the day and coming back on the same day, but I think I left it too late. But it doesn't matter. I'll just watch it at home, I think. But anyway, Carlton, well, they were like 32 points down early in the last quarter against Collingwood. They had so many chances to win. If they were kicking a lot straighter, they would have won easy. But no, it was shit. And it didn't help when Adam Chera and Matt Cottrell both got injured and we were a man down. A man down on the bench. So we only had 3 players on the bench for like half the game, which didn't help either. And with Mitch McGovern marking with 15 seconds to go, like he had a shot after Soren, obviously, and he kicked it out in the full. It looked like he was concussed. Like, they either should have given the free kick to maybe Charlie Kerner or someone else in the team, because he was a bit out of it, or and some Carlton supporters reckon should have got 50, because there were a lot of Collingwood players on the mark. And I did see there was a few Collingwood players on the mark, so I'm not trying to be salty or anything, but that's what I saw. Hawthorn, well, they were unlucky as well. They lost by 2 points against GWS. They had some chances to win that. They were up by like 20-something points, and they choked. So hopefully for them, they can bounce back. But I'm hoping, for my sake, we get up, and I'm tipping Carlton to win by 13 points. Now the second last game is between Richmond and St Kilda. Richmond are coming off a loss against North Melbourne. They were doing well in the first half and a bit, and then they just lost the plot, and then North Melbourne just cruised on to win, and looks like Richmond are going to be the wooden spooners for this year. St Kilda, well, they didn't do any better. They had an 85-point loss against Brisbane, and yeah, there's not much great stuff to say about St Kilda this week. What is there? No positive signs for them, but I reckon they'll bounce back, and they'll win by 46 points, I reckon. And the final match of the week is between the Adelaide Crows and the Western Bulldogs at the Adelaide Oval on Sunday twilight. Adelaide were really unlucky to lose against Geelong on the weekend. They were very brave, but they couldn't get the job done. And with the Western Bulldogs, they just had an awesome win against Melbourne. And Bontempelli was on fire. He scored well in Supercoach with 182 points. And I've got him in my Supercoach, so that was good for me. Bontempelli, he played so well on the weekend. I mean, he'll be up there in the Brownlow for sure. Bailey Dale was also good. Adam Treloar was good again, especially in his 250th game. He'll definitely be up there in the All-Australian. So I reckon the Bulldogs will win again, and this time by 27 points, I reckon. So thank you all for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Catch you guys.